Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Showcase on Warframe. Today's item, the Ogris. Hope everyone enjoys a slightly better mic. It's about time, right? Enough of that. Now, a long time ago, weapons in Warframe were stable. They were friendly. They killed opponents. And then the Ogris came along and ruined everything. But first, how's this weapon to use that you can kill yourself with? Accidentally, of course, or intentional, whatever you want to do with it. So yes, it's an explosive weapon. Now the bombards that use this wreck everyone. Everyone. But here's the Ogris. Well, the only difference between our Ogris and theirs is ours don't do heat seeking. But anyway, you can see that the stats of it are not that great. Charge rate's only 80 or 0.80. No critical. Fire rate's only 1 per second. Magazine of 5. Reloads 2.5. Stats is good at 35%. And has 700 blasts to start off with. But it's going to need that blast. Now, where you make this is, well, you go to your dojo, provided you have one, and then you go to your chemical laboratory, and it's there on the third row. Alright, to make the Ogris, you'll need about 30,000 credits, 5 Date Night injectors, which you get plenty from doing the large retribution, 5,000 salvage, about just a little tiny bit of alloy plate, you know, since I have so much, and 1 forma. And I only have 1 forma. I need more. Please donate today. I joke. So yes, fairly cheap materials. But enough of that, let's take a look at the Ogris itself, because it's a bit odd looking. It's very Grineer looking. Of all the weapons, it's like up there with the Grakata, or Grakata, how you want to pronounce it these days. There's a lot of tubes in it, like lots of tubes. I'm not sure what rocket launcher needs this many tubes, and has a really archaic sight to it, like such an advanced feat of weaponry. And we have an iron sight akin to a Henry, oh no, a Wild West firearm. Now the magazine rotates when fired, and there's only 5 cylinders, unless it counts the middle one. And it's 5 shots naturally in the magazine, which is weird. Very weird. So yeah, it's very odd looking, but I like to point out the stock here is very pointy. Now, when this thing fires back, what's it going to hit? It's going to hit you and it's going to hurt. Now the projectile is a bit hard to focus on, so I like to phase out, but generally here it is. It's a little butt plug. A spiky butt plug. Ooh, that's painful. But yeah, spiky butt plug. Now you wouldn't naturally be able to see it in the game before capture. It'd be very difficult to see this. So I'm not sure when they added the texture. Who knows when. But well, it's a pretty awesome weapon. It's a rocket launcher. What can I say, Clem likes it. You wouldn't want to argue with Clem with you. You really don't want to argue with Clem. Let's move on. Now, firing the weapon is used a charge weapon. You fire it, may charge it fires. If you don't charge it, it does not fire. So yes, it's not very quick, but yeah, it's a rocket launcher. We don't expect quick. It's not a grenade launcher here. And the reload, it's not too bad, but then you realize that the capacity of your ammo is only very few shots. So yeah, that's a big issue. Okay, and you can see here, yes, you can definitely damage yourself. So what's the radius of your explosion naturally? Well, you can see here at 8, nothing. At 7 though, that's your range. 7 meters naturally. But enough of that. Time to go into my ultimate build. And after 5 Forma and 1 Ghost, you can see I got about 3,500 blast, a little bit more than 8,000 gas, and 12,000 magnetic damage. And status is 99%, so you're always going to hit the enemy with at least one of those stats, if not all at the same time. Everything else remains the same. Alright, I chain this pure damage, acceleration, split chamber, and my river mod as you'll see. Now to get, since it naturally has blast, I put crowd rounds on for that, and then hellfire to again supplement the blast. That all kind of changed as I threw more stuff on. As you see, I could have put one more upgrade in my rhyme rounds, but I'm not going to put another Forma in for that. It's close enough. That'll be only, 300 more damage on one of the categories. But anyway, for the rhyme rounds, Magnetic Force and High Voltage, they're all element dual stats, so get status plus element, so plenty there. Alright, and the Corrosive Prime Crow rounds goes well and beyond the regular Crow rounds. Some more Frost, and then as you divide these up, you get this approximate build. If I were to switch a few things around, you get a couple things different. So if you want this exact ball damage I have, you gotta follow my build specifically. or you just switch around a couple elements and have fun with it. Your choice. Either way, this is what I came out to have. But enough of that, now onto my ribbon mod, and you see I got heat and cold. Oh ho ho, exactly. Heat and cold on the same ribbon mod, which just equates to raw damage in the end. But something else interesting that I decided to take advantage of. Status duration. Now this is not a huge thing unless you have like slash or vital, but I decided to put gas on here. Gas is a type of poison that's lightly AoE, or not to mention its own type of damage. So this would work out pretty good in my opinion. Let's have a test. Now we'll take in some Arid Lancers. I'll grow about 7-10 of them. Now I'll be put them to level. Oh no, I don't need the invincibility though. Keep in mind if I was in the blast radius of any of my shots, I'll be dead. So yeah, I'll put him to level 85. Just keep that in mind. I'm invincible. You will not be unless you feature outfight your opponents here. Now, the problem with the Ogris and the green area is the Ogris really relies on grouping. You got very few shots. Very few shots. So how do I make them count? I put a type of poison on and status duration. So my intended goal is to fire an opponent only once and let the poison finish the job. When it comes to the Corpus, if they survive the blast, that is, the magnetic will strip off their shields and continue to harm them. The blast damage itself will knock over opponents, allowing for me to get away safely if needed. And the gas kills everything. Well, not so much the infestation, but it'll work just fine as you'll see. But against the Gunner, worst enemies to use it against, because they don't group together. They always have to spread apart. But I think you'll get the idea when I take 20 MOAs here. I'll jack up their level. About, I don't know, level, right on there. Yeah, 130 sounds right. So yep, level 130. So nice little group here. One shot. They don't fall over. Oh, look, they're all dying very rapidly. I'll just take a second shot for good effect. But yes, can they be one-shotted? Yes. That was just simply an unlucky shot. See, the rest of them are already dead. So yeah, level 135. Pretty easy. Probably could do 145, but that'd be taking a step probably too far and then survive every hit. But they sure might all survive 2 of them, that's for sure. Alright, we'll wrap this up. Let's go against some infestation. I'll get about 20 chargers. Now initially I lowered the level to 120, but that was too low. So we're going to jack it back up to 135. No, 45. Yeah, let's go. Full level, why not? And you know what? It's fine. They'll die in one hit. Almost all of them. Not sure how some of them survive and some don't. Like some of them didn't take any damage for some weird reason. But keep in mind, fighting infestation with the Ogres is incredibly hazardous to your health because they are aiming to go point blank. And something you don't want to do is fire his weapon at point blank. And many a Tano died doing that. A many. Feel like one of those crappy danger ads from the 90s. I put myself back together. You can't. But enough terrible attempts at humor. Let's move on to the pros and cons of the Ogris. Now, on the pros, it is still, to this day, a great blast weapon. Still has a lot of firepower behind it. Also, blast radius is incredibly impressive, both to your own hazard as well as to the enemy. Alright, I think that's the only really good pros for this. On the cons, it's the first self-hazardous weapon. The shots must be charged. They cannot be just rapid-fired. And you have a very, very shallow ammo pool of only 25 shots. So yeah. Alright. And that is the pros and the cons. Going on to the score for the Ogris. Damage, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Still a lot of firepower behind this weapon, despite so much time passing, but I think they gave it a buff a while back. I don't remember when, though. As for range, which I'll be counting the range of the blast radius, the thing's always accurate unless you butcher it. I'll give the range an 8 out of 10. It's a fairly large blast range, bigger than most. A lot bigger than most, so be careful. Design, I'll give it a 6 out of 10, mainly because this thing's a little on the outdated side. It's kind of like the RPG 7 of today's warfare. It's still relevant, it's just not cutting-edge technology. Ammo, though, is where it takes the huge plunge, a 2 out of 10. You got 25 shots, unless you can put an ammo mutation on it, or do something like I did and only have to use 1 shot for groups. You best choose your shots very carefully then. Miscellaneous, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It's still a good firearm, still relevant. It's just a lot of the other firearms are more rapid, can cause more damage, and it's easy to use. So in total, I give the Ogris 31 out of 50. It's still a great weapon despite it being old and clunky. Now going on to the Judgment, this one's actually a bit of a hard one for me. I'm still on the fence with this weapon after so much time has passed. Sure, it's an incredibly powerful weapon, but there are more easy to use explosive weapons, ones that even covered here. So it's a bit hard to tell. But again, if you really want a true rocket launcher, then sure, yes, it's worth it. It'll still kill a lot of your enemies. Play one of the elements and it'll probably kill the green arrow a little bit better. Still doesn't do so well against grouping against them, but it's still pretty great. And that's Showcase for today. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hope to see you guys next time. Take care out there.